You in a garage? What's happening behind you?
This is we merged our offices. It makes it look like I'm really like manly and I got tools on the wall, but they're not mine.
Those don't look like manly tools at all. It's all like crinkle cut scissors and like tiny hammers.
You go to a guy's house and he's just got one of those Fisher Price tools.
My car broke down again. You want to hand me that wrench up on the wall? It's a little plastic one.
It's a plastic wrench that opens up and there's just a number for AAA. It'd be funny if there's a sketch. It's like the guy on Law and Order, like the guy that finds the bodies, always the jogger.
Yeah.
Like the person walking in the morning is the person that always finds the dead bodies. Like this guy's like, he's not really a jogger, but he's always just wearing joggers clothes. He goes out every morning looking for dead bodies. Because every time I go for a walk, I come back like, didn't find nothing today.
You really think you're helping out the police department? You're like, I'm out there every morning doing your job. Wear these ridiculous clothes.
But they're like 90s windbreakers.
That's the only reason I've gotten into exercise lately is I want to be able to start
wear windbreakers.
Yeah.
Well, that was that sketch idea.
I like it.
So the next one, I think we were talking about this during our text chat, but I was just like, oh, sequels for movies that shouldn't have sequels.
Well, do you have any in mind right off?
Well, when we were talking about Grease 3, Grease Control.
I forgot about that.
Want to hear my other one?
Yeah.
I only have two examples. I really should have brainstormed more, but Shawshank 2 presented by Hobbs and Shaw. There's a sequel to 7 called 8. Oh man.
Man, the ones I have today are really just, they're bad.
Oh wait, can I tell you my joke, my bad Josh joke for the week?
Yeah.
This is a new segment. It made me think. I was talking to someone and they were talking about Cardi-B and they're like, I think she's like a Gemini or something. And like, so I chime in, I go, that's weird. I thought she was a wet ass Pisces.
That was a fantastic joke, actually. I'm going to steal that and retell it. You know what's unfortunate about this? I can't just steal your jokes because then everybody knows.
Well, it's also kind of a rare, because like how often am I around conversations where someone's talking about, Cardi B's sign?
I think I maybe came up with also a segment like that could be like done weekly, kind of like the bad sequels. And it'd be commercials for shitty people.
Okay.
Like what I wrote down here was, I run a puppy mill, which means I have a lot of mouths to feed. That's why I choose Purina 1.
Yeah.
Like something like that. It's like,
okay.
It's always trying to help people, but it's like there's shitty people out there too who need products.
You're right.
This is going terribly today.
Well, I'm trying to. Well, I don't know. That Cardi B joke was pretty solid.
If you cut, was incredible.
If you cut all 40 minutes out of this and just put that,
I think that's what I'll do. It's just gonna be that.
I'm trying to think. The only commercial idea I wrote down on my list, because I tell Tawny this all the time. So, like every time, like a man eats some of his grandmama's pasta and says, "Ma, I can taste Sicily in every bite," and she looks at the camera and goes, "What he doesn't know is this is pasta Lagano's. I didn't make it." But then he hears it and then goes, "What? You didn't make this?" And then he's just like devastated.
My whole life's a lie, Ma!
And it's like, now we're all of a sudden in a tenement building in the Lower East Side in the 40s. Like, you lied to me.
He's like moving out, and she's like, "Good, you're 40 anyway."
Pasta Lagano's. Like that's the commercial.
I had another commercial idea actually, since you brought that up. It's not anywhere near as good as what you just said, but it's a virgin butcher who is like, "Nobody beats my meat," and that's all I had. Is
That's a great idea. What are you talking about?
That's just it. I'm with the Virgin Butcher, and then nobody beats my meat.
What if the sketch is the guy trying to make the commercial for him?
Okay.
And they're just having a hard time clearly communicating that they can't beat the prices.
Right. And he's like, why do you have to keep saying you're a Virgin Butcher?
Because I make extra virgin olive oil. I give it away with all of my meats.
So I'm with the Virgin Butcher. Everybody knows me as this. Nobody beats on my meat.
Yeah.
I think we could rework the script a little is all I'm saying.
And from what I gather from both of our ideas is, we really got to take advantage of this because I think Italians are the last people we can kind of do accents of.
100%.
Because I'm
do
part
you feel
Italian.
Offended when I do that? When I do
No,
this?
I'm a quarter Italian.
Well, good. I know someone who's quarter Italian. No, it's cool. I can say that. My best friend's quarter Italian.
Yeah, so it's fine.
I had one for, Dr. Kevorkian, who would, suicides.
As soon as you get this over with, I have another doctor. Like we're really meshing on the same page here.
We're rolling on the same train.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Dr. Kevorkian, he's a guy who helps assist suicide people. Mm-hmm. What if we had I just wrote down poor Kevorkian, like someone who's like, hey, if you can't afford this, I have other options, and he kind of presents different tools and the cheap options just like rocks. And he's like, I could $250.
We get this over and done with. No months waiting, signing up for appointments, getting checkouts. $250, got some rocks, call it a day.
Listen, the procedure's simple.
I explain the procedure, and then there's a chart where it's like you plus rocks.
There's just a quick scene it's like a cutaway where it's like, look how easy it is, and he kind of goes off screen, comes back just covered in blood. And he's like, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Listen to my satisfying customer.
Someone's like, wait, I don't want to do this. He's like, once the process gets started, you can't stop.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's great idea.
All right, what was your doctor?
Well, mine is just a character that I call Chill Doctor. Like, how doctors will be
kind of like Goth Doctor.
Which is a great idea still.
It's still a great idea. I've been writing it, but it's just really hard to convey. Because he's just
the doctor arena is a really fun space to kind of move around.
Blank in front of doctor. Punk rock doctor. Goth Doctor.
Goth Doctor is probably better than this idea, but Chill Doctor is doctors will be like, you really gotta stop eating red meat, or you really gotta start exercising. Not this doctor. This doctor's chill. It's I don't know. If you want, you can cut down and stuff.
I'm not gonna tell you not to smoke.
I was gonna tell you not to smoke, but man, I saw a photo of you smoking. That's pretty cool.
Honestly, and you can trust me, I'm the chill doctor.
But if anything, this is just a sign to do Goth Doctor.
It is. It's just a blowing back. So for people
just
at home,
the idea that
a guy
he
goes
wears...
to a Goth Doctor, and it's kind of what's the point?
To be honest, I say Goth Doctor, but maybe I might mean a good mix of goth and emo, 2000s emo, right, with the hair
that's kind of what I pictured a little too, and just dark eye makeup. Yeah,
the real swooping hair right here, and then when you take a selfie, it look like...
You know what I really miss from that time is studded belts.
Mm-hmm.
I walked by a Hot Topic the other day, and
it's not the same.
It's just Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise.
Yeah.
That's all it is now. Where have all the crying kids gone?
Yeah.
It's all crying adults now.
Mm-hmm. Not like when I was a kid.
I also wrote down poor superhero, just someone who can't like craft a really awesome like suit.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like every superhero has like a really baller ass suit, like Spider-Man and shit. Like, what if it's just like, yeah, I couldn't afford that, so I just got like I got this T-shirt. I drew like an S on it, and
no one's gonna take you seriously.
I know. I was attacked by a homeless guy.
What about a superhero and he's called Businessman?
He's like files here.
He just wears a suit and walks around punching people.
That would be kind of a sick character. He's like you're all right. It starts out. Dark
he opens the business thing, but it's just a white undershirt. He's Businessman.
I love the idea. Yeah, it's we open on a dark alley. A woman's she clutches her pearls and sees someone behind her. All of a sudden, he's like, "Hey, woman, give me the purse."
But then
she's like, "Oh my god, someone help me!"
But then you hear the tinkling of a whiskey glass over ice. That's his main weapon.
Throws a briefcase at his face. Papers fly everywhere, and he kind of like appears in them.
He's got a box full of like blackberries that he uses as throwing
business cards, as it like ninja stars. Man.
Oh, business cards. That's a good one. The commissioner wants to talk to him, but he's like, let's do it over lunch.
You got to schedule a meeting. He's like, but your Google calendar's always full. He's like, because crime never stops. My business kicking ass and business.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good idea.
The best character idea ever.
Yeah, you got to write down businessman. It's business, pause, man. ...
man.
Not to be confused with a businessman.
Yeah. No,
which is just a businessman.
Yeah, because that would be stupid.
Yeah, that wouldn't work at all. So there's an idea last week that didn't work when we were talking about $5 docs. I think I threw in like, because did you do Die Hard?
I never did a Die Hard.
But I mentioned it last week about like the same basically janitor character that has to clean it, but I'm like, that's not the right idea. This is about the events planner for the holiday party in Die Hard. Who's like, I think it went pretty well. The party. Yes. Did we get interrupted by a, global cabal of evil men that tried to steal a bunch of money? Sure.
Yeah. It goes
but if you looked at that party, if you looked at the platter we had
a full
the decorations, if you saw people that night, they were drinking, they were laughing.
They were having a great time.
They were having a great time.
And honestly, that's what you get when you hire us.
Yeah. It's a commercial for their events planning. Actually, we should think of every event in movies that gets interrupted. It's the same like catering.
They just have like the worst luck.
They're the caterers that were like, I can't think of another example, but I'm sure there's like, oh wait, it happens in Batman when the Joker interrupts.
Yeah.
And they're at the party. There's like a million parties that get interrupted.
I should just and then super cut myself in everything, just kind of damn it. Not again.
You're like, have a tray and you're like, oh. No one's going to hire me.
I can't believe we keep getting hired after all of this unfortunate bad luck.
It's like every event I plan, someone just ruins it.
They never teach you this stuff when you go to catering school.
The other $5 doc was just the lighting grip from Batman, and it's an interview with him, but it's just you sitting in a completely dark room. That's a quick joke, though. That's it. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I like all the noir films.
We literally can't see you right now.
Thank you.
If I was seen, then I would not be heard right now. So I got some good ones. All right, so there's a former porn star pizza delivery driver.
Yeah.
But he can't do deliveries directly to the pizza place, so he's on DoorDash now.
Maybe it's like DoorDash making a commercial that's like, guys, we know that in the past there used to be a lot of problems with your delivery driver fucking your wife. Okay? We know that's a problem. That's not happening anymore. Not with DoorDash. We promise we won't fuck your wife.
Or scrap the DoorDash angle. What if it's just a pizza place commercial and they're just very like, remember like 10 years ago, Domino's really had to rebrand because it turns out everyone hated their pizza and it was disgusting. But then they like did a complete 360 and then acknowledged that their pizza was bad.
Yes, it worked.
Well, what if they do this, but acknowledging that their pizza delivery drivers have had sex with over 400 lonely housewives? And we're here to change that.
We don't want that to kind of be the stigma around our place anymore. Now, listen, if your wife has ordered pizza from us in the past, she was 100% guaranteed she was railed by us, and we're sorry. And there's just like some guy sitting next to his wife, and like you get Ruggierios all the time.
Not anymore. With the new Domino's guarantee, we guarantee all of our drivers are completely terrible at trying to have sex with you.
And if they do have sex with your wife, we promise they're STD free. All of our drivers have been tested for the whole gamut of STDs.
But not COVID.
Not COVID. I don't know if I've said this one because this is like kind of my old backlog, but the guy's like, walks out and like kind of wipes off his face. And he's like, boy, that cream pie eating contest isn't what I thought it was going to be. And then it's like cuts to outside of like a strip joint.
I mean, it's disgusting, but it's pretty funny. We're right on the same page today.
Because you have a cream pie eating.
No, but there was a thought, the YouTube channel, 5-second films.
Yeah.
There's kind of a sketch like this, but this was different. There's a robbery at a sperm bank, but instead of the blue dye packs, and when you rob a bank, there's like the blue dye packs that explode. At the sperm bank, more sperm.
We actually, Head Junk and I, if you haven't checked out that channel, Head Junk and I have a separate channel. You should check it out. But we came up with one where it was, it's a sperm bank, but there was an earthquake, and the guy just walks out of the door and he's covered in it, and he's like, ah! And that was the only joke.
All right, maybe don't do this one, otherwise you'll be known for one thing.
I kind of am okay with that. Oh, that's the jizz guy.
Yeah. Hey, jizz guy.
Hey, oh my God, Ma, that's the jizz guy I was talking about.
I don't have a sketch for this, but I just like the idea that. So I see this preview sometimes for a movie like this, but then they've made so many movies like this. I'm trying to figure out what would be the weirdest situation that you would be stuck in one of those movies that loop every day, like Groundhog's Day.
That's my dream, by the way.
To just get stuck in one of those situations where you do the same day over and over again.
Yeah, but I'm the one who knows it.
Yeah, but why?
Because that would be the best, because I could do whatever I wanted. I would just like never go to work, and I would like drink a bunch of Mountain Dew. Never worry about how hyped up I get.
Because your health resets?
Yeah, every day. Like I would just eat whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
Like I would hope that it was like a weekend and like there was nothing expected of me. Because like what if like I came back in from the loop and I'd done terrible things?
So like you're stuck in the loop, but like it's the next day, but you weren't ready for that yet.
Right. Like that'd be terrible.
You think it's the same day, but they're like, what?
You just wake up and punch your boss.
You're fired.
And you're like, fuck you, loser, I don't care.
And then you go back to work the next day and you're like, what are you doing here? You punched the boss yesterday. You called him a loser.
And I think the cops are looking for you because you set fire to that El Taco.
Yeah, and then you like peed on the employees sitting outside and said, "This is what you get for not getting my order."
Yeah, man. Like, I think you should probably go into hiding.
Yeah, this is really bad, dude. I was stuck. So this is gonna sound crazy. I was stuck in the same day.
That's how it should start. Is the guy at the police office? like you guys aren't gonna believe me.
So like, I didn't think this would happen right now. I didn't think we'd be here.
I understand why you guys are mad, but you need to understand for the last 3 years I've been stuck in a time. I've been in
sure, buddy. Sure.
Situation.
I only have one more idea. So like, you know how they'll do this in movies? Like, you know, the lawyer's like defending you, and they're like, "Do you honestly believe my client, this scrawny, weak, insecure man,
no penis,
who very small penis, also has a really like he's got a problem with his bladder, so he's constantly pissing and shitting."
Sure, my client's a piece of shit.
Right.
Sure.
No one likes him. But is he guilty of murder? Maybe. But is there enough to convict him?
Maybe. Probably.
And then the lawyer, wait, what am I talking about? Where am I?
He told me in confidence. Look at him.
Look, I really need to humanize you in front of the jury. Let me handle this.
Listen, my client loves baseball and Cracker Jacks as much as the next guy.
And aside from that, anime and his body pillow. Uncomfortably much.
Can we show a picture of that body pillow?
Would you honestly believe my client, who dates a body pillow?
Sure.
How would you even think he would get on the date in the first place to commit the murder?
Boom.
Impossible.
I love it too. Like if lawyers were allowed to carry basketballs and there was a basket, and they're like, boom, slam dunk.
His hands go like how could it even be possible? Then the basketball's just on the head.
Boom, your witness.
Yeah, we rest.
That's a hell of a 3-pointer.
Oh, they're back already? Oh, it's guilty. Yeah, it's not good.
He was covered in blood. Sure.
Right. We could talk all day. I could talk your ear off about DNA, hypoglycerines,
that is
blood samples. Do you, the jury, want to sit here for 4 days talking about that?
You guys want to go to science class, essentially, right now? Or do you want to go outside and enjoy that nice weather?
Do you just want to come back out after recess and vote not guilty? I rest my case.
I hear that there's actually someone had hired a Moe's truck outside right now. It's giving away free burrito bowls. That's what I've heard.
And yes, they come with chips and guac.
I'm just saying that's outside right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can listen to science. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I guess that's up to you.
Because personally, I know what I'd like to do.
I think we'd be good lawyers.
We'd be great lawyers. Just such scumbags. We're like, listen. We're like asking, we're in the room with the client. We're like, what kind of truck can you afford to have outside the courtroom to take your trial?
Now, do you want to do a menu tasting? Those are all the ideas I got.
Okay. NASCAR. The winner's always getting sprayed down with champagne after they win the race. What if that guy gets like pulled over on the way home and has to do like a sobriety test?
Oh, yeah.
He just reeks like alcohol. And they're like, you mean to tell me you haven't been drinking tonight?
There was a Kansas City Chiefs playoff game that they won, and like the quarterback's wife opened a bottle of champagne from the upper deck and just squirted it on fans. Like, those poor people have to drive home from the game just covered in champagne.
Oh, for sure.
Like, look, I know this looks bad.
We come back to the lawyers. Sure. Were they covered in alcohol?
Yes.
How else are you supposed to get home after a long night at the bar?
And my client is a doctor. He's got to look after patients and guide them through their last moments of life.
Mr. Kevorkian is innocent.
And that's how we tie it all together.
That's how you make comedy.
That's how you make comedy.
That's how you make a comedy. What do you mean this isn't your grandpa's a comedy?
It's Pasta Lajano's.